Hey there guys again, and welcome to more Copy Kitty. Last time I let you just stay here on this epic cliffhanger, and well, now we're just going to end that off and just go to Feral Smackdown on hard mode. I haven't fought the hard mode version too much to really have a decent chance of winning, because simply I just kept doing this boss until I won once, and from that point on I never tried this boss again. I did make a custom level with it, but that's about it. So yeah, this guy is totally different, and you can see that Delta versions are going in there as well. Look at how strong I am, and I'm covered in gold. Oh yeah, and by the way, this guy also has muscles, just saying. I mean, it might come as a surprise, but it actually has muscles. So the only weak spot it will now actually have is the backside and its head. So what I usually do is just lead him to just to trick him into just firing somewhere else. Also, getting the fire and freeze talismans is like pretty much impossible to get here because of how it's designed. Also, this laser will pretty much just burn you. Also, when he runs towards you, is going a lot faster. Plus, his rockets have projectiles, which will either be snowball projectiles or flame projectiles. Probably the best way to avoid him is just to make it so that he just goes on top of the platform as he goes towards you. And I'm about to die here. Look at me somehow beat this boss without taking a hit now. You know. Now sometimes if you land on his head, you will actually take damage from that. So that isn't very cool, and well, I just died. The main reason why I just died there is just because I didn't practice this boss enough just to have a decent chance on it. Like, if I would have fought this guy like a bunch of times, I would have more of a chance of beating it. Okay, just lead him that way so he can get some damage off of the backside of his butt. And also his laser, of course, also goes up and down. Well, I mean, you first have to go up to the upper side and also to the lower side. Still, if you can get a lot of hits in the head, you can still do quite a bit of damage. Now, I don't know if this is a glitch, but sometimes if you like hit the rocket and it's like flies off a lot, it starts disappearing for some reason. I don't know why that is. I don't know if that's a glitch. But if it is, well, Azure, that's something else you can fix. As you see, I tried to dive kick him there, but I took damage. That doesn't always happen. I don't know when it does happen and when not. So it's really hard to tell. Like, if I knew how it was exactly controlled, it wouldn't be so bad. And I'm actually going to beat him. Just try to get a lot of hits in. Oh, and this is funny, by the way. Yeah, I'm squished. Yeah, if you beat this boss, you can actually get squished. I don't know if that means that if you're at 0/1 HP, you could potentially die to that and actually fail the level. I hope not, because that would just be kind of jerkish. And to say the least, this boss is kind of silly. Both for its entry animation and for the fact that you just can get stuck in his body and never move again. Of course, you also take 10 damage from it, so if you're trying to do a damageless run, which probably at some point I will do because I'm just masochistic like that, I will probably, well, it would be stupid if you get squished here then. I actually took less damage than on my previous attempt, so I'm getting better, I guess. Anyway, now we're done with that. But that was definitely the hardest part of what I'm going to do here in mission mode. Now we're going to Unstoppable in hard mode, and well, here you're also going to see the Dengrax in the hard mode version. Also, you can, okay, this is also something that I forgot to mention, but the gamma in the normal mode, if you have a gamma enemy, that will turn into a delta enemy in the hard mode version. As you can see, there are those sword guys, those friend nets, I think they were called. Those are now a Delta version because there were a Gamma version in the normal mode version. Also, the Dengrax Gamma has 115 health. I think the Dengrax also have a lot more defense. Like, I think you take like 5 damage per hit no matter what. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's how I see it. Of course, we can abuse the A/C trick here. Also, I'm kind of out of fuel, so I might want to pause a little bit. And as long as the Virus is off screen, he won't come towards you because it's like as if it wasn't there. And go! And die. Ow, ow. But at least, you know, if your tank takes damage, that doesn't count as you taking damage, so... You know, you can easily do this without damage. Also, these Delta enemies, there are basically mini-bosses on Endless mode, of course, but in mission mode, they're programmed so that they have less health, so... It's not as bad as it seems, so yeah, I'm just making that clear right now. So yeah, that's why I said that hard mode was kind of more of a jerk. I mean, especially those friend nets, those are real pains. Also in Endless mode, I will show, of course, what the new bosses are. There are, well, I don't know how many there were, like there are 4 or 5 of them or so. But that's also something, like, in terms of how I'm gonna do it. Because I never actually mentioned this, but in this version, the replay system is actually disabled. The reason for that is that, according to Azure, the replay system is very inconsistent, as in the sense that things can go wrong everywhere within the gameplay, which just can cause really weird things to happen. Like, I heard quite a few things actually, and I was like, okay. But the funny thing is, like, she said that more than half of the times the replay does not work properly, yet every time I use the replay it always works perfectly. So I have no idea how that works, but okay. that was kind of weird and silly. But because of that, I already recorded the Endless mode, basically in such a way that I got through all of the waves all at once, so I will have all the mini bosses defeated that you could possibly meet. I basically got from wave 1 up until wave 110. And I think if you get all the way to like wave 95, at least I think at that point you've seen all the mini bosses. If you want to see them all in one run, basically. But I will just end up putting commentary over that while I'm actually not playing. But it also, and it also makes it more convenient because I can just unrecord when, you know, the interesting stuff is ending. So and then I can just see, okay, where's the next part that's new, so I can start recording there again. So I basically already recorded it, but it's just I'll just have to put commentary over it later. Also, this guy, this vine enemy, now has a beta version. If you hit enough times, it will turn into this. Kind of freaky, that, and that drops a vine power up. That's one of the enemies that can drop the whip power up. Also, depending on the enemy that drops the vine power up, will actually make the vine look different. Now, I don't know if that means that literally every enemy has an vine variant. Like, maybe if like I give the vine power up to an enemy that has like nothing to do with vines at all, I don't know what happens then. I assume it crashes the game, but you know, maybe that's something else I could experiment with at some other point. I think we have pretty much almost seen all the other enemies. I think the only enemy that like I can really think of is the beta version of the Nabbles, which really isn't that much different as opposed to the other two. Like basically the alpha version shots of the alpha version will not ricochet. They will just disappear once they hit a wall. The beta version will let the shots ricochet once, and the gamma version will ricochet it twice. And well, the Navel also has a mini boss version, so that one will be even worse. And needless to say, they will all split up once they get hit enough times. Mechanical Ellie. Okay, well, let's see how bad this is. Well, since the fire bar thing, which of course is electrical, has a much wider range, it's going to be so much more annoying. You know, I think I should have changed it so that the range of those things had to be set like manually for hard mode exclusively, because sometimes it looks like the design is just like on hard mode is just such that it's just like impossible to not get hit by something like that, because that's just too much reach. Of course, you could just make a level where that. Oh yeah, this is also kind of jerkish, but because it almost feels like you have to take a hit here just to hit this target. It's probably still possible though. I haven't really tried it yet, so what can I say? Of course, they probably intend you to get to do no damage on the normal mode level. Okay, and the target damage is 25, which I don't know if that's lenient or not, or just being over lenient. Anyway, let's see. World 6, we don't have to show anything. This one I'm not gonna show because all I wanted to show is that it now drops different enemies and divine power up. That's all there's to it. Otherwise, it's not different. And if the hard mode was different, I would have noticed that a long time ago. And with that, I mean like 6 days ago or so. Well, not 6, actually, more like 5. As I'm recording this, I think it's like 4 days since the release came out. Well, okay, that's technically not true because I technically already played it long beforehand, because the beta version and the real version were actually not different at all, except for the fact that, you know, bugs were fixed and such, glitches and whatnot. I mean, aside from that, it's not different at all. So that was just kind of a lame excuse. Also, the fact that you can now combine your weapons with flame and ice and freeze, and both at the same time, can sometimes cause really nice effects. I also know that if you have the flame power up and you kick ground, the rocks that will fly out of it also become fiery, like a fiery meteor of some sort. So that's quite the attention to detail, and I just went back to the main menu. How smart I am. If we like at some point go to the next level, we can maybe get this all in one video. Did I already do this one on hard mode? No, I didn't, right? No. Gee, I really pay attention, do I? Okay, well, since I got freeze, I'm just going to decimate this guy first. Oh yeah, so the Veers also has a sound effect for if it wakes up. I don't know if you noticed that, but it does. Same thing for if you're going into this guy. You know, I think this guy is kind of useless in this level because all it's going to do is... Oh, and that was one of the Delta versions of the enemies, which actually is a Delta version we haven't seen yet. You'll see that enemy in full when we get to Endless mode. But yeah, as I said, this Veers is kind of impractical because you can only travel with him on the bottom of the screen, so it's kind of semi-pointless. But that's just how I think about it. It's probably just still fine though. Did I ever do this level? I don't think I ever did. I think I just skipped this one by accident. Well, in that case, we're just going to do the normal version of this one. Somehow I remembered that I didn't play this level yet. On camera at least, or on screen, whatever. More speed boost and have more uncontrollable speed. Whoa, 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 whoa. Which is kind of hilarious. If you kick a slime thing, it reflects off, but if you do that from the side, you like fly all the way to the left or the right. It's kind of hilarious. Like, you just fly all the way to the side. I mean, if something is uncontrollable, then it's that. Because it's just hilariously uncontrollable. Anyway, let's just freeze all these enemies. Just make our lives a hell of a lot easier. Obviously, the freeze condition is much more useful than the flame. Because all the flame does is just do minor damage. I mean, with the freeze, you pretty much stop the enemy in its tracks, pretty much. And on top of that, it pretty much breaks the mini bosses too. Not as much the major bosses, except Yodo Macho. Because in all the other boss battles, those power-ups aren't there, unless you just make a custom level just like that. You know, just for the lols. That would be a cool experiment though, just try to freeze a boss and just see how long it takes to beat the boss, just with that. You will probably break him. And there goes the Delta Fremnet. Being all powerful. You can also see that they have a different explosion. And whatnot. Now this version actually also is now also programmed to have multiple health bars at the same time. You will see that when we get to the Delta version of the Nabbles. Also, it's kind of impossible to not get hit here. Just saying. Well, kind of the way how I approach this place at least. I mean, you could probably approach it a much safer way, but I didn't care. Of course, if I did care about not taking damage, I would be able to do this a lot better. But I don't really, because I'm not going for no damage. And goodbye. Oh, I think this gives you invincibility, like the shadow metal thing. Yeah. I got 3 temporary power-ups at once. And goodbye. Yeah, you can see that the Delta enemies are don't have as much stamina at all. Yeah, we can't finish this without having that long of a video. It's all fine. And now you can also see that the Nebwats, those electrical thunder guys, do not have a Delta version. It's just this. They do actually have a Dokyle version. I think that's how you pronounce it at least. Which basically is a version that does not shoot thunder at you. And I have to say, the Nebwat will actually make pretty useful gimmicks because these act as platforms. I mean, of all the enemies that were available for donations, I was the most excited about this one and the Felix because of how cute it looked. Yet that ended up being the last one getting the donation finished. All of the donations for 1.5 that you see here had all its goal reached. And right now there are no donations for any enemies. But from what I've heard, it will only take like a few days or so before there are going to be more enemies that are going to be available for donation. So no worry on that. Of course, I can't really help with that. You know, it's still kind of cool just to see people donate for that. I was actually kind of surprised how fast it went, considering how little known this game actually is. Of course, the fact that raocow makes videos of this gives this game a huge boost. Honestly, I think that more than half of the people that play this game found this out from raocow. I mean, I was one of the people. And okay, that's kind of embarrassing because I skipped this level, and this is actually one of Chernia's levels, so I have to do this one on normal. You know, that's what you get if you just commentate. You just sometimes just can't concentrate on the game as much as you do usually. Again, I don't know if I showed this level when I did Sheerness pack like long ago. But if I did, then this level will look familiar to you. Or better yet, if you have played Sheerness pack at all, then it will also look familiar. Yeah, I still have to say, Sheerness makes some pretty darn good levels. Yet at the same time, sometimes, like, she also makes a lot of levels that are not suited for hard mode at all. I like the description that Azure made about it. She was like, okay, the normal mode is basically hard mode, and the hard mode version is basically impossible mode. And the game is lagging for some reason. It's going all laggy, lag city. Maybe I need to wait. Okay, well, let's just see how it goes. If it lags too much, I'll just cut it for a little bit. Okay. Okay, I was about to skip another level, like a dumbass. You know how smart I am. And here we have to deal with the Dangrex Gamma again. Okay, the game is lagging too much. Okay, just let's refresh the recording for a little bit here. Okay, let's see if it's better now. I just waited like 40 seconds there. Oh, wow, ow, 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 surprise attack. Let's get out of here. And maybe the flame power-up would be immensely useful here. Just, you know, just a little guess there on my part. Ow, ow, ow. Too much projectile. Maybe I should... Ow, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want to get bite. I don't want to bite. I don't want to bite out of my body. You know, why does its bite attack do damage to Boki if it doesn't even, like, get rid of Boki's body parts? And, well, I just died. And apparently it died from the lava explosion. Crap. Okay, we can do better than that. Okay, we just need to beat these guys a little bit faster, that's all. Just get the flame power up sooner than that. There we go. Okay, just run me over, see if I care. Apparently if it just drives against you, it doesn't do damage. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I have no useful weapons anymore. So I need to get this thunder guy out of here. Fast. I hope that guy is still up. Did he just go to the bottom? Well, that's great. Now I have to go in the lava with danger. Well, here goes nothing. Oh, well, he died. Well, that worked. I guess that's good design on their part, because if it's going into the lava, it will usually just go for suicide, because the explosions of the lava caused by its fiery attacks just cause him to die. Because the lava doesn't hurt him, yet the lava spouts do. I don't know if that makes sense or not. It's not like I really care, because I just beat the level. Hooray! Alright, let's now enter the stronghold. I remember the Phopila deltas being here, as you can kind of hear from the nuclear explosion stuff, or whatever that's supposed to be. All I can say, it's cool. You know, I honestly think that the Delta versions of those enemies are easier than the Gamma versions are. It's kind of silly. Oh, here are the Gamma versions of the Charged Desaros. These guys, when they're at the peak of their jump, they will shoot vertical lightning, both up and down. I actually didn't mention, but the Beta version, which is the green, no wait, the red variation. Well, that one basically does the same thing as the Alpha version, except that it goes a lot faster. So yeah. Okay, let's now kill these guys before they get too much out of control. I don't even know where they are at this point. Did I kill one of them? Well, I made something explode. It was probably the target. Whoa. Oh, well, there's supernova. That sounds like a good idea. Don't you think? There you go. Have a little bit of Crash Kirby in your face. Okay, Bellman's Brawl. Yeah, I think that's the last one. Yep. And after that, I'm just going to end off that video. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then probably the next part what I'll do is just show the database just of the enemies that are new. And maybe some other crap. And then I'll just commentate over the endless mode that I have already recorded. Because as I said, I just recorded that ahead of time because the replay system was broken. Apparently, even though I never noticed it. And besides, so it's more convenient. Because when I get to a part of a video, I can just start recording that part. So, even though it's kind of more inconvenient, yet at the same time it also helps a little bit. So, you know, I guess hooray for small favors. Whoa, okay, let's kind of get out of here. There. Oh yeah, and these Nebel, the Delta Nebels, they actually shoot rings in a star pattern. Well, not a star pattern, but the stars itself are stars. They are superstars. And the thing starts doing frame skippy stuff again. Probably when it comes to endless mode, when we get to the later waves, I'll apologize if there's too much frame skip or lag, because there's just so much crap going on the screen that my computer just can't handle that. So, you know, that's just kind of, I mean, that's not the game's fault, obviously. And die. This is my way to say screw you. Can I kill you before this thing hits me? Of course not. And of course this one thing was down to one hit, because why not? I mean, that's how it always works, right? In video games. You're always like one thing away from hoorays. Okay, now you can die. And I end up with 70 health for some reason, while I died a lot. Or just heavily last time. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. I guess I'll just to make this look out of curiosity. This is my custom level pack so far. I got 3, 4, I think 4 full pages, and then like the 5th page with a little bit. Gee, I wonder what this boss is going to have. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it. Also, I guess just show just like a little ending to this part. This cutscene is also different because you can see that Boki's animation is different. But the thing that I just mostly want to show, when you are in a cutscene that consists of the flux screen, it looks a lot shinier now. Hooray! Anyway, let's get out of the screen. Yeah, I just wanted to show that just because it was a nice little graphical improvement, I thought. And there's actually something new in that tutorial too. Like if there's like if there's like little space between a ceiling and a floor, you can actually roll through that now. So your hitbox basically becomes a little bit smaller. That makes you be able to just roll through tight corridors like that, which you would not be able to do before. Well, you technically would, but it's kind of hard to get out, which it's not like glitchy or something, but you just become extremely slow. Yeah, okay, anyway, yeah, I'm gonna stop the video here because it's probably gonna going on for like 25 minutes, which is the temperature right here, you know, in Celsius, of course, not in Fahrenheit, because I don't work like that. I don't work like that. Anyway, see you guys later. Did you know that you cost 3,099 individual explosions within this playing session alone? Really? Gee, I didn't know that.